we go. Now I got the right logo. We're ready to go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
The logo punch.
It will annoy the hell out of me if I don't have the right logo on it. So, so welcome, everybody. Thank you for popping in. Hello, Melanie Dean. Hello, Charity. Hello, Kyle Nunez. Terry, all the way from Ireland. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Sorry for the mess, the bullshit, and of course, it's a shit show. It's one of my shows, so of course, it has to be a shit show.
2 Europeans.
What's that?
2 Europeans. Terry.
2 Europeans.
From
Yes.
From Europe. More Europeans viewing us than Americans right now. Good job, America. You're really running with your stats right now.
I mean, we're pretty big overseas, so I mean that's something.
There you go.
To their taste.
So, welcome to the shit show. This shit show is called Back Talk with Friends. This is episode 1. This is like the sister show, stupid step cousin. I don't know what.
Whoa. Is this the pilot?
This is the pilot. Yes.
Replace me in for the next episode.
That's why there was so much jumble up in the beginning, figuring it all out.
Yes. So I am Josh of JBauerart of Back Talk with Bauer, and this is going to be a show where I invite a few different friends, try to fill up the screen with as much people as I can, and try to create some fun and help promote other people, help get names out there, help just enjoy life and have some fun. So we are actually recreating the episode, the super podcast show, whatever the hell I called it, all the way from CyberCon in what? That was April, right? It feels like 3 years ago.
It was early COVID.
Yeah, early COVID, the first few weeks when we thought we were still going to live through all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did a super show, the late night on Saturday, and I invited these guys on that show, and I invited them again to be the first for the first episode of Back Talk with Friends. So I'd like to introduce the crew of Funny to Informing. That is Pete Peisenberg and John Hanan.
We appreciate it. We had a good time during CyberCon, so I'm glad that you have us on now.
CyberCon was a good time. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you guys for hopping in and dealing with all this bullshit. We, of course, have Rocky from What's the Fuss podcast.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for hopping in, sir. And, of course, the amazing, sexy, good-looking gentleman, as always, with a way better podcast voice than myself, Patricio from With a Side of Chaos.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And there we go.
Voice actor patio.
So other than this being a chaos for the last, 30-some minutes, how's things going with everybody?
Well, now that we're back on track, I feel a lot better. My anxiety was kind of picking up. I was feeling like empathy for you having to go through this and struggle to get going. So yes, but now I've calmed down. I feel a lot better now. So now I'm just drinking a beer and chilling.
There we go.
Yeah, feeling good.
I just moved it today.
Yeah, how'd the move go, Patricio?
It was, honest to God, it was so quick because it was just by myself. The only thing, I hung out with some friends last night, and I wanted to get rid of my mattress because I got a new bed. The thing is, when I moved into my girlfriend at the time, Kirsten's, it took 3 people to get my king-size mattress up a flight of stairs. So it took me by myself 2 hours to get that motherfucker all the way down and then drag it half the block to the mechanic shop to dump it in their dumpster.
Which bird sanctuary did you move into?
Yeah, the birds are out here right now. I can't believe it. And I can't believe this mic is picking up all that shit. Sorry about that.
He lives in the
birds like crazy.
Yeah.
But it gives like a nice ambiance to everything.
Hey, it sounds peaceful.
Yeah.
The birds suddenly appear, they annoy the fuck out of you.
Now you gotta do like an ASMR thing and just start talking like real quietly and crunching paper and all that.
Yeah, like you're like a golf announcer.
Have you? Are you recording in your bedroom or are you on the patio?
I'm on the patio.
I knew it. Patio on the patio.
Yeah.
I knew it.
No, like right here's. Yeah, I'm literally in the patio right now.
Okay. Patio squared.
There we go.
What are you using? Your phone?
No, I'm that was a webcam. My phone's on my crotch.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say Patio's got all he's got all the equipment. I see his green screen from The Office when he's in the White House, or a nice mansion, or whatever backdrop you put behind yourself. A flaming.
Oh no, that's the Oval Office. I gotta give a shout out to my boss Erin Morris because we do the live Q&A for her. She lets me guinea pig all this other equipment that she gets, and she's like, use it for your podcast, but just make sure it's working for the Q&A. And I get the benefits of having pretty badass equipment now for both my podcast and for the Q&A.
That is super convenient, and it's right there at your desk. So your desk is the /studio. Great.
Exactly.
So Kyle Nunez would like us to be a little quieter so he could hear the grass grow.
What the hell are you on?
God only knows.
I want some because I want to hear grass grow too.
I have no idea. I wrote a couple of things topic-wise down. I figured we did so well last time. I didn't want to get too topic-y, and we do a really good job at flowing, but I'm a little thrown off because of the bullshit of the live feed and everything like that. So I guess my first thing would be, so are you guys all gamers? Are you into video gaming? I don't know. A little bit?
Yeah, for me.
He plays Call of Duty on his phone.
I play Call of Duty, and then I play
a little bit.
And then a lot of it is like NBA. Like I'll play the sports games. I'm a big EA fan, so like NBA, 2K, or Madden.
Okay. Patricio, anything?
I do Coin Master on my phone.
Man, see, this is why I don't pick topics, because I'd always pick the wrong ones, and people are like, no, I don't like that shit. I'm like, okay, cool, next topic.
Now, if you asked this question, if you asked me the same question 8 years ago, then we can go all out. But
okay,
yeah.
Right.
The other day we walked in on Rocky, and he was playing The Sims.
Oh, we were playing The Sims on an iPad.
Were you killing your Sims? Because that would have been awesome.
No, I like my Sims. I'm not killing them.
His Sims are modeled after his real life. It's the most boring Sims ever.
I swear to God, I have my friends.
He walks his fake Sims through his fake apartment, which looks just like his real person in his real apartment. Meanwhile, he stands there.
My Sim even has a nose ring.
Nice.
That's true.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So the reason I brought it up, did you guys have like the N64 when you were younger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys ever play Pokemon Snap?
Yes.
I did. I actually didn't play any Pokemon games really, but I happened upon Pokemon Snap at the height of my 64, and it was great. I loved it. I don't know why, but it was like, I don't know. It was
a fun damn game.
Keep playing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I played it through. I think I beat it. It's one of the few games I beat.
Yeah. I think that might have been my first introduction into a Pokemon game as well, because I may have played Pokemon Stadium before, because I remember that one for the N64, because I played with friends. I never had one, but I played with like my cousin and some other friends and stuff. And they actually just announced this week that they are making a new Pokemon Snap for the Switch.
Oh, Snap.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Switch has cool stuff. Switch is really cool. I feel like they could even do like AR now, maybe, right? Like kind of like Pokemon Go with the augmented reality.
Maybe.
I mean, doesn't the Switch have a camera?
It does not. That's it. Yeah.
What are you
in
saying?
terms of the 64, Dan Fox in the comments has it right. He was saying GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows GoldenEye, dude. GoldenEye.
I have GoldenEye actually. Yeah, I actually have an N64, and I have GoldenEye, and I still play the shit out of it as much as I can.
It's addicting.
Great game.
Oh yeah, I wish they would bring out some more N64 games out for the Switch, because they've brought out a couple or remastered them or done stuff to that nature, and like Pokemon Snap is a perfect one because that would
because
just
of
be
the
fun as
movement
hell to play.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's why only certain ones get re-released. I feel like. For the Switch, because they want the movability, kind of like the Wii. You know, they want it to be more interactive.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I cannot wait for Pokemon Snap to come out. But so do you guys want to hop into the fun deck questions that I have? I pulled out the what the heck deck from Pod Decks.
What the heck? Okay, we got what's the
try
fuss.
this.
So let's what the heck.
There we go.
What the heck? What's the fuss with the side of funny to informing chaos?
Oh, nicely done. Nicely done.
Wow.
What is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home?
A canoe instead of a couch.
A year-round Christmas tree.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, that's both
I've
people
seen
here
that
on
too.
this set. Patio, did you know that? Were you
I remember
referring to
seeing
John?
John's Christmas tree.
Boom, that's right. I forgot. Patio's got a good callback.
Got me there.
You've been to the place one time, like over a year ago.
Yeah, the canoe inside the house is in reference to Rocky having a canoe over here in his living room.
Yeah, right on the other side. That's why we're in the corner, because the canoe has the whole couch.
And then, yeah, I don't know. The weirdest thing I've seen, I always thought it was weird that people always had like 6 remotes for their TV. And I've gone to a friend's house and they have so many remote controls.
But I mean, it happens. You have a bunch of components you got to control. I guess but nowadays it's easy. You can just get the one all-in-one. But
thankfully,
has that really been a thing that long?
Yeah. No, that was
since
this was the longest time where it was like 5 to 6 remotes in everybody's home.
Yeah, it wasn't just one person. It was like half of my friends.
Yeah,
that.
Because you had the surround sound, the DVD player, the VCR, the TV, the cable box, and then whatever the 6th one was that no one remembers what it does.
Vibrator.
Yeah, there was always that just random one.
Your wife screams. The only way you know what you're doing. What does this control do?
Christmas lights turning outside. You can't even tell.
So if anybody's watching and wants to toss random questions at us, we'll take them. Feel free to comment below. But we'll keep using the pod decks here and there, and hopefully run off on some random conversations here and there, as always.
I want people to comment with the hardest questions that they could think of.
Dude, remember when I was an electrician, I used to have to go into people's houses every day, and so we would see hoarders and old people and weird people that collected stuff or whatever. But one time we were in this hoarder's house, and she had the normal stuff, newspapers and like jugs of piss, but she also had like 20 miniature poodles.
Oh,
20 miniature. That's a lot of dogs.
Poop everywhere. Yeah, it was crazy. And like,
I had 17 cats at one point.
Oh my God!
Holy shit! I knew you were a crazy cat lady.
Well, no, because my ex, we had a few cats, and then those cats started having more cats, and then at one point we literally
they're all incest cats, bro.
It was an abomination to the Lord. But we were at one point that like I remember when she was pouring the food in the kitchen, and then you just saw an army of cats just like running from all over the place.
Dude,
to the kitchen.
That's what this woman would do with these dogs. She would just dump a thing of dog food in the middle of the kitchen and let them fight for it. But it was so funny to watch her primp and pet them and wash them and stuff, and then just lay them down and poop. It was like in Dumb and Dumber when they opened up the back of the car door and all the dogs had mustard on them. That's what it looked like.
Because Mutt Cuts jumped a hill. I remember that. That was a great scene.
Oh God.
That was it.
So Terry has a question. First one, or he has 2 questions. The first one would be best wrestling game.
Ooh.
That was, and I can tell he's from Europe because he put a U in favorite. But which I don't know the name. It was the one on 64. Now that you bring
WCW versus NWO.
That's the only one I ever played, really.
No.
Which one was on 64? The big
There
one.
was a few.
It was WCW versus NWO World Tour. And then I remember
There's WrestleMania 2000. That's a lot of people said that was a really good one.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
I
don't remember who my favorite wrestler was.
I don't know if it was SmackDown versus Raw or maybe it was.
Those were the best.
Because there was one called like Know Your Role, and that one was a lot of fun.
That should have been just SmackDown Know Your Role. I think that's held in high regards.
Yeah.
The SmackDown versus Raws were the best. I love those. There was maybe one that was not like maybe one out of the however many there were that was like a little off, but everyone was amazing. The music was badass. Create a character was great, and you could fully like do up your entrance. That's what my buddies and I played in like late high school, college years, was just that game all the time. And we all had our own characters, built up the tag teams, and had like a whole roster and just made a whole thing of it. And man, I miss those games because they haven't made games like that in a long time when it comes to wrestling games.
Well, no, because now the driving force with the WWE or the wrestling games anyway are the 2Ks.
Yeah.
2K does wrestling?
2K, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the last 4 or 5 years.
The football games are like so well detailed to the point where like you could actually set the prices for the concession stands.
Oh
In the
shit!
game.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been able to do that forever. Last time I was playing Madden, you could do that on the career mode or whatever.
That's insane.
Yeah. It breaks it all down. You can manage your stadium and everything.
If you want to pretend you have a job that you get no money to get paid to do, yeah, play that mode.
Anyway, back to the Sims with Rocky.
Pretty much.
Well, and the funny part with the wrestling games is WWE 2K20 was so bad and it's so terrible that like this past week on either Raw or SmackDown, they have, you know how they have like the offices and their you know, they go and have the meetings or they have the little camera cuts to it. So in the background, they usually are promoting something behind it, the next pay-per-view, this or that, or the game. Well, 2K20 is already out. It has been out for a while. They had the poster for 2K19 because 2K20 is so bad. So now there's this meme going around. You know your game is shit when you won't even advertise it.
Yeah.
WWE 2K20. We're sorry.
Did a new stadium take it over, or a new studio? Did a new studio take it over?
I watched a video of like how it got all messed up, and one of the things is they just keep rushing them too much, and they want this new one every year, and you can't
they're
really
putting them out yearly when they need 2 years or more, probably.
Yeah, so that's one of the big problems. They weren't testing them enough. They were rushing shit, and like you could watch videos like fail videos, and there's tons of them of 2K20, and just like the total mess ups. Like people, you'll go and like backdrop a person onto the mat, and then all of a sudden they like fly to the outside or fly into the road and get caught up.
It's crazy.
It's
glitches.
insane.
So it's more real in the video game than it is in real life.
It is. It's a mess.
You know what's weird is I don't game at all, but one of the most interesting things that I've seen in a long time was Harvey Morstein, or whatever.
Weinstein.
That the dude from Epic Mealtime. He Harvey something Morstein, whatever.
Yeah.
He took mushrooms and played the new Walking Dead game.
What?
Oh god.
Super
That's
vivid.
creepy. Yeah. Did he freak out?
It's like a little bit of a movie there. Yeah, he freaked out a little bit.
I've not seen that.
It was interesting because I don't really play games, but it's fun to watch him play them on mushrooms.
Yeah, he doesn't play games, but I eats mushrooms.
Yeah. He was scared of the game. He was like really going through there and like
I would be
worried.
freaking out. Yeah.
So I just got a text message from one of the people watching. Like it sent directly to me saying that I look like a douche with my backwards hat. So I'm gonna take that off.
Guess what, guys? It's not the hat.
Loser.
We're here to please the people.
Like a dream job of mine would be a video game tester, just to sit there and try to play video games and figure out what's wrong with it, or to debunk the glitches.
Yeah. No, I actually knew a buddy of mine who worked with EA Sports, and he says it's not as hyped as people make it out to seem because you're literally replaying the same things over and over and over again.
It could make
I've heard it's kind of hell.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean,
my roommate worked
playing the same thing so much.
Yeah. Well, there's also my roommate worked for me. He said it was boring and it wasn't the job that he thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. What do you want?
Well, that's not my dream job. Then I take it back.
You take this back.
Get on John's dream.
You'll figure it out by the time you grow up, John.
Who cares what I say?
No, the dream job would be a taste tester for quality control at Krispy Kreme.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's you, Patricio?
Well, no, because I've done quality control for a couple of companies beforehand, and literally there were days on my calendar where I just had a list of foods that I had to try and either give it the okay or the not or all that crazy crap. But yeah, there are jobs out there that you get paid to just try food all day.
I'd love that.
Right?
I'm such a fatty. Yeah,
two fat guys in the studio are all about that.
Yeah, look at that. Their mouths are watering.
All right, you guys ready for another question from the pod decks?
Let's do it.
I'm scared.
All right, this one's pretty cool. If you had to pick a new name for yourself, what would you pick?
Max.
Rocky. Oh, it's taken twice? Fuck.
That would be the most confusing show ever. Just have you three here. All right, Rocky, how's this? Which one?
Rocky.
He's Rocky 1, he's Rocky 2, he's Rocky 3, he's
we're
Rocky
all
4, Adrian's
Rockies
Revenge.
from different era of Rocky movies.
I don't think anybody wants to be Rocky 3.
Sadly enough.
What's the Rocky movie nobody likes?
Patricio's Michael B. Jordan, just saying.
Oh, you got a belly laugh out of it.
Good job.
Oh my god.
Man, I don't know. I would do something that phonetically goes together. I don't want to say my old boss's name, but it was like
Chip Chipperson.
Oh, that would be great. But yeah, it was like his last name was like, it sounded badass the way that it went together. Yeah, okay. And I would do something like
Stick Stigley.
Yeah,
Stick Stigley's a good one.
Stick Stigley.
Yeah.
Pizza Peisenberg.
Yeah, I was like Pizza Peisenberg.
Gotta stick with that. Yay.
I want like a strong name, like Vladimir or something.
Oh, there you go.
Vladimir is a scary name.
You just you never want to mess with a Vladimir.
When I worked in Colorado, I worked for a Russian, and his name was Ivan, and he played it. He played his name to the very freaking point. Big dude, hairy, the whole tank top when he was in the back office kind of thing. Very, very scary. During the interview, he put on a shotgun.
Oh, jeez.
What kind of
name is Max?
Who said they wanted their name to be Max?
Me, I want to be Max. I've always had infatuation with that name, and then when I saw Gladiator, Maximus Decimus Meridius, I'm like, my firstborn child will be named Max.
See, you got to go with Maximus so he can use the Maximus at some points, but then go Max for short.
Yeah.
He's like, he'll be Max until he hits like the adulthood, and then he'll be some cool lawyer, and then he's like Maximus the lawyer.
Maximus Solano.
You get made fun of in your maxi pad the rest of your life.
You can't go by getting made fun of because you can kids are terrible. Kids are pieces of shit and will make fun of any goddamn name that you come up with.
Yeah, mark that. Josh Bauer, kids are pieces of shit. Mark that today.
That's my advertisement for this episode.
Hannah, you destroyed it for me. I never thought about that.
You need to worry about that when you're naming kids because kids are ruthless, and if you give them a weird name or whatever, they're
but
never
everybody has weird names now. There's no like real names anymore. There's no like John, Chris, Josh.
Okay. Question for the group. What was your name made fun of when you were a kid? Like, what was the nickname that people gave you?
John used to be Toilet back then.
So
shit!
Everybody.
Okay,
shit on me.
Take a shit on John. I like that. John's giving me fodder, but I mean,
everybody
rhymes with piss. So, there's that. Shit. But I mean, I don't think I got that a lot, but I think I probably heard it. And, after the second time you go, real original. I mean, it rhymes with piss. So
all my friends were named Chris, so we just went by last names for a long time.
Last name.
But my name, Rocky, people loved it. I never got picked on. Well, I fought. So, but like, people I think people wanted to hang out with me because my name was Rocky. But, and I loved it growing up. I thought it was the coolest shit ever. Brandon, my original name, I don't use at all.
He threw me off when he sent me his email. I'm like, who the fuck is Brandon?
That's my name. If anyone calls me that, it's like a cop or like the DMV or something.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
That's a government name. Government name.
Well, when I was going through school, like especially in high school, everybody was like super entertained with my full name. Like I'd be going down the hallway and be like, Josh Bauer. And I'm like, what the fuck?
John gets that now. Everybody calls him by his whole name, and they usually now it's kind of spun off and everyone emphasizes the non for whatever.
His is a fun name though. I like it.
John too, though. Chris Coleman. Everybody knows Chris Coleman.
Yeah, just call Coleman.
Nobody knows Chris. It's Coleman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've never really. Everybody's just.
I only knew Peisenberg for the longest time.
There you go.
Actually,
I think I might have.
The first 10 years of my life, I thought my real name was Patrick because when I would go to school, the teachers called me Patrick, the students called me Patrick. Everyone called me. My Burger King Kids Club card said Patrick.
Oh, wow.
And then one day, I was helping my mom move some stuff around, and I found my birth certificate, and I opened it up, and it says Patricio, and my entire world shattered at that point because up until that at that time, I've been living a lie.
You were like, I'm Spanish, not Irish.
I was-
I've been going to the wrong Catholic church all these years.
I know, and like most of my life, no one can, like, unless you were Spanish, you actually say Patricio, but my name would get butchered all the time, you know, as a teenager and a young adult, you know, showing my ID, you know, Patricio, Patrico, things like that. But over the past like 3 years, I don't know what's happened in the world, but like people are actually pronouncing my name with like properly now.
Spanish takeover.
Call it Grove.
Trump ain't built that wall yet. Spanish.
By the way, everyone is on the show is eating Tom and Dan merch. It's delicious. It's high in fiber, so
Nope,
we're good to go.
Only two of y'all. Only two.
He's got Mo DeWitt.
Yeah,
that's cool.
This is Hulkamania, baby. Even though I don't know wrestling, so don't ask.
Is that one of his new shirts that he's come out with?
Yeah, I think he gave this away at Christmas time.
Oh,
And,
okay.
I got it in with my ticket to a News Junkie event.
We actually have a case. We have a
This
case
was
against
free.
it.
This was free, and I love it. So there you go. Thanks,
All right.
Mo. I'll support your free stuff all day.
And yes, Kyle Nunez, the patent is pending for that.
Kids are pieces of
Kids
shit.
are pieces of shit.
Have you met kids lately? They're fucking terrible.
Oh, I want to drop kick one every day, Josh.
Oh my
Fun.
His
god.
own.
The kids that say no back to their parents in
Oh,
front of
my God.
everybody, I'm just like, I would have smacked you. If this were the 90s, we would have gone to the car right now and you would have shut the fuck up.
that
Yeah.
bad would have came so fast.
Well, I'll be out with my mother. I'm 32, and I'll be out with my mom, and we're going to Walmart or some shit like that. And it's like a kid will be acting bad, and the hair on the back of my neck still stands up because I think I'm going to get smacked. Yeah. Oh God, kids are terrible.
La chancla.
The fun.
That's
No,
what
and then like you
Those
have
are fine. I
this
just
new
repeat.
style of parenting that like we don't use no, we try to give him options. I'm like, I was actually having this conversation with our receptionist, who's there's an age gap. It's the 10-year age gap, and of course she's grown up from a different generation. And we were talking about how, you know, back in the 90s, which I still feel that the 90s were the best times because we were laid back. We got shit done. We had a good time. We can say shit without, you know, the consequences of just the internet just destroying.
Yo, can you quiet down? I'm trying to hear what the birds have to say.
God damn.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
But no, it's at this day and age, it's you have to walk on eggshells, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Censorship is run amok, and everyone's
Yeah.
level of what offends them has run amok. And I feel like 4 guys across the bottom of the screen I'm looking at right now, that's kind of like that definitely plays into what we do, almost, you know, in every way, shape, and form, really.
Yeah. I've noticed it since I've started podcasting that, like, I mean, because I've kind of been doing it a long time, not like maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
But-
while for podcasting. Though,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It was
You're not Mark
different
Maron
even
or Joe
then.
Rogan.
Like what's going on now, like there's certain topics or things
Oh,
that are
yeah.
just taboo.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if you're innocently trying to discuss them or just ask a question, sometimes, you know, that's considered.
Well, it's funny because we just recorded a show, one of your shows, What's the Fuss, and we brought up Chris D'Elia, and we didn't talk about it on the show, but there now, I guess he has a pretty popular podcast that he's recorded for years. So there's a lot of backlog of him saying things that have been recorded. And now people on Twitter are combing through that and finding quotes that he said,
God.
and they can even use them out of context. I mean, maybe some were, you know, who knows the context on it, but they use quotes sometimes out of context, and it just adds to
Yeah.
the mystique of we're talking about the whole cancel culture. And how,
That'll happen. I once got a death threat because I called myself fat and I said that I needed to lose some weight or whatever.
rightfully so.
Yeah. And
With good reason.
they were like, "This is fat shaming, and if I see
Oh
you
my God.
out or whatever," you know, I didn't care.
Like, how dare you make yourself feel bad? I'll kill you today.
I was noticing my own.
Then you won't
man
feel
moves.
anything. What is that? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, you know, censorship is the death of what we do here. Even if, like, I don't want there's some stuff that I hear and it just makes me fucking cringe. But then I realize they should be able to say that because I can beat them. I'm smarter than any racist or Nazi or some shit like that.
Right. If you're that
I'm smarter than
close-minded,
that guy,
then
so
you're
I can,
already on a different different intelligence level.
yeah.
I feel like.
And if you want to make yourself look like an
can you
idiot,
live
believe
in
me,
that ignorance?
we can talk and figure it out. Yeah.
Well, it's at this day and age, it's not just the racists, the Nazis, the right wingers. You also have some radical leftists that take the ideology of non-censorship and like equality to a completely different level.
Exactly. It's the radicalized anything.
Yeah, it's just the
You know,
outliers.
you talked about the 90s. In the 90s is when kind of the radical Islamicism started, and that's when we kind of realized it during the Persian Gulf and everything. It's all the radical. It started with that, and now it's radical. It's become radical politics. It's anybody on the extreme that decides they need to push it to an extreme that terrorism needs to be involved in any way, shape, or form. And it happens. It's definitely it's happening now, like it was happening then. In politics, more so than it was in religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, we're going down a shitty hole here. Okay.
The lawyer.
So now we switch to the interview deck. I got all kinds of decks over here. What's one bad habit you're trying to get rid of?
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
What's one bad habit you're trying to get rid of?
Not editing my show the same day.
Oh, why is that?
Well, no, because here's the thing. I was great at editing my show right after like we recorded it. Like everyone would leave. I would stay in the office and just get it done. Now I find myself like recording, like editing it the following day or the day after, and like I got to get myself back into the habit of editing it right then and there and releasing it like an hour after we just finished recording it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie into that and say procrastination. That's it really is. It's a big part of it makes things exponentially worse in your life. I've had some crazy things happen, which I'll save you the sob story. But I'm not exactly procrastinated, but didn't get everything done that I needed to do in a timely manner. So it makes things so much worse in the long run. And it's so normally easier than you think to get a task done.
Yeah.
And I'll put it off. And
Right.
for no good reason.
Right.
And then find myself with a deadline of some sort or whatever. So I think procrastination, and I have been working on it against my will because my girlfriend's very responsible, but it's a big thing and it's hurt me a lot. And it's one of
it's
my
a
big
bitch, man. I was terrible at it in high school.
faults. Yeah. Oh yeah. I would do my homework on the bus in the morning. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would say like hesitation primarily, just maybe not hesitating as much as I usually do. And I mean,
Interrupting people would be one I got to stop. I got to work on.
Applying for a lot of things, just like even to just do something that's an opportunity, but because it's a scary opportunity, maybe
Right.
I'm not apprehensive about doing it or something.
Is it
but
FOMO? Fear of missing out?
Not fear of missing out, like you
Fear of
wanna
pulling the trigger,
experience
taking the step off
things.
that cliff.
Yeah,
Right.
and just being able to do things outside of the comfort zone, and hesitation for me is a big part of that. And even if you hesitate, like at the stoplight at an intersection, you could potentially get T-boned because you made the wrong choice.
Well,
Yeah, I saw a car accident.
All right, Rocky's leaving. He's not hesitating to quit. So
He's done. He left.
he's going pee-pee.
Yeah.
But I think I would jump on the back of what Rocky was saying. I procrastinate far too much, for sure, all the time. And I need to eat better. This quarantine's making me a fat slob, and I need to eat not so much nasty shit at the wrong times all the time.
I've been putting on some weight myself, and I am concerned about that.
He wanted to though.
He's 105 now.
So he wanted to put on weight. He didn't know how to put on weight. Poor guy.
Look,
I've been trying to. One of my things is trying to cut back on snacking at night because I'm always eating every few hours and stuff because of I still have the high metabolism and shit. But I know the nighttime, like after 7, 8 o'clock, is not good to be snacking. And I snack on like terrible shit, like Oreos and Reese's.
Same, just junk food, absolutely. No,
Well,
same.
yeah.
But like I work nights, so it's different for me. My clock is way different.
Right.
I work till 4 or 5 at night. So like for me to be like, oh, I can't eat after 8 or 9 or 10, it's kind of ridiculous for me to say that because I'm.
Oh yeah.
2 and 3, and like I'm not going to starve myself half the day. I just have to like I don't know, not eat the crappy food that I eat all the time.
And they say it takes away from your sleep. If you eat before going to bed, then your metabolism is running and your digestive system is processing food. Yeah, so your sleep isn't actually paying off as much as anybody would actually.
Well, yeah, because you have to wake up and take a shit.
Yeah,
been there.
Like 3-4 in the morning.
Done that.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, and I'm going to go a little bit open because I feel like you guys won't judge me. Lately, because of COVID, like I have been smoking a lot more, and my bad habit is I get the munchies, so I'll devour all the Oreos and all the any and everything that is in the kitchen, and then I wake up at 4 o'clock, 3-4 in the morning because I gotta drop a huge deuce. And
deuce. Yeah, rough.
It's
deuce. Rocky's back from taking a deuce, guys. He's back in the studio. I'm gonna be deuce free going forward.
Did you wipe properly, sir?
I don't. Let's not ask. Did you go balls to taint or taint balls?
You said we're not asking.
I know. And then there I go asking.
Wow. Was that one of those pod card questions? I don't think so.
It was. That was one of them.
No,
so that was an interview question. Did you wipe properly, and how do you wipe?
So
do you wipe front to back or back to front?
Cal Nunez is asking where Ask the Internet Questions is.
What is ATI Deck?
That is the Ask the Internet Questions. Those were the ones we did during CyberCon.
Ah, Kyle remembers. Kyle.
Yes. Kyle's a rememberer.
Like this, are we going to lose our camera?
I think maybe. Yeah.
Yeah? You think?
Okay, don't even
try.
Right. Who the hell wipes from back to the front, though? Anybody that's ever changed a diaper or anything knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't do that.
Right.
Can't do that.
You never go in this way. You go back here.
Yeah.
The only thing I wipe is the toilet seat when I'm done.
Anyway.
Oh.
On the last time that we did this, the main comments that I got were like how gross we were. Like the conversation.
We're actually more tame now than we were then, and the show we were doing then was more family friendly.
I believe all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
were late
watching
night
us
then.
that entire time.
So. It was a lot more like it was way open to more like different people from different circles.
I feel like we could have made a better impression.
Do you know if Thomas is in here watching? I remember Thomas from that broadcast. That guy was cool people.
I think as of right now, he's not.
Well, thanks for showing up, Tom. I said I liked you. Just chose.
The only people that show up to my shit are Kyle Nunez and Terry MacGyver because those motherfuckers don't sleep. Right. Other than that, nobody gives a shit.
I love Kyle. Even when I do like the audio testing for the podcast, Kyle always shows up, and I love him to death for that.
Oh yeah, I love both of them. I don't think they ever leave their homes or their computer. They're in everything, and they're in everybody's show. Like I'll even pop in for a show real quick, and I see Kyle and Terry in there. At least one or the other.
Yep.
Most of the time it's both, but you at least get one of them.
And I read everything Terry writes in an Irish accent.
Kind of like the Lucky Charms dude.
But I was gonna say it's a terribly inaccurate Irish accent, but it's an Irish accent nonetheless. Very stereotypical.
All right, Lucky Charms, real quick.
Oh God.
With everything that's being changed right now, with Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben.
Is that next? That's a good question. Wait, Uncle Ben? They didn't get rid of Uncle Ben, did they?
I think that was a while ago.
No, we mentioned losing Aunt Jemima. I was like, please don't lose my Uncle Ben.
I saw something about Uncle Ben going away.
And we lost Land O'Lakes lady.
Yeah.
Right?
So now we don't have any people of color that are represented.
Well, what about the Lucky Charms leprechaun? Is he next?
He's a white guy, so I think he's probably fine.
Yeah.
But they talk about white privilege. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But do you think that the Irish are offended in any way, shape, or form by us depicting a fictive character?
Probably. I don't know, Terry.
But they're too drunk. They don't care.
Wow. He said it.
No, I don't think the Irish culture cares, or they don't.
I don't think they don't care.
A little bit of.
They don't give a shit about anything.
I remember a little bit of controversy with the Austin Powers thing, but it didn't last long.
Which
Irish. What happened with Irish?
He was like, they're always scared of me, Lucky Charm. They're always after me, Lucky Charm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one character. Yeah.
They were way more pissed off about Fat Bastard.
Who was Scottish, right?
Yeah, he was
Scottish. They were pissed off because he was fat. Yeah. And he was fat shaming, just like Rocky, with death threats.
Now here is one thing we are missing from this show compared to the last show is we do not have Pop waving his finger at us and yelling at us.
Good point.
That is definitely missed. So shout out to Pop and Hanging with Web Show, of course. I actually found, I don't know if he'll watch this whole thing or not, but he's going to be getting a gift from me pretty soon that has Pop on it. So I will be sending that off here pretty soon. But yeah, so I love messing with him on that.
Where does the Hawaiian Punch dude fall under?
Hawaiian Punch dude? He's a fucking cartoon, and he's like, he's not. I don't think he's anything.
A lot of these are cartoons.
Yeah, well, I guess you're right.
Wait, Hawaiian Punch dude or Kool-Aid Man?
No, not Kool-Aid Man.
Well, Kool-Aid Man's not even human.
Kool-Aid Man's an asshole because he wrecks everyone's walls. Period. No one cares what race he is.
Yeah,
he's fucking your house up when he comes in.
Oh yeah.
Go all day with this.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be any characters of anything by the end of this. I mean, people can find something wrong with the Trix Rabbit.
It's a Trix Rabbit. It's a rabbit. Oh, it's a white rabbit.
He's too white. Yeah, he's white rabbit. Yeah. You got Snap, Crackle, and Pop. They've got stupid names of some shit.
But are Snap, Crackle, and Pop, are they cousins? Are they brothers? Or are they friends?
Maybe they're more
I would go with they're not brothers.
Or are they in an open relationship?
I'm saying, we could get in spin that right into Bert and Ernie. I mean, same shit, bro. They slept in twin beds right next to each other. Did they have Frisky and push them together like your grandparents? Probably.
Like Ricky and Lucy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know why I don't listen to this stuff is because every time that they get mad at a new thing, when that's done or over with, they just make a new thing. So it was never about that thing. It's just about being
It's
mad
about
at
what
stuff.
is there. We want to be mad, and we want to voice that. We want to put that on something.
People telling
and
people
it
what to
changes
do.
from this to this to this, and it's always going to be something to be upset about.
Well, and I think more and more is popping up right now because nobody has anything else to do. They're just sitting in their homes, angry that they have to sit in their homes and can't really go anywhere or scared to go anywhere. So they just get pissed off and scrolling on the internet and going, all right, what can I bitch about today? And there's a new one every day.
Yeah, it's definitely a thriving environment for trolls. It's for sure. I see more trolling than ever.
Because the internet itself is basically giving you the platform to say whatever the fuck you want, but at the same time, it's like you could say it without consequence in a sense, because whether you post it as anonymous or post it, with a fake profile, what's going to happen to you?
Yeah. Well, I'm all for like justice if someone's honestly being like, sometimes people do. I don't want to say incite violence because that might not be the right word, but sometimes it's good that people are outed for certain things. Sex crimes and stuff are really big in the news right now. I think that's kind of a good thing. But when we just go to canceling everything and everybody, sometimes there's a great reason to stop listening to someone.
Career.
If he's found, guilty for this stuff, I'm probably not going to listen so much. But there's also people that have been charged with stuff, and they'll never get it back, even if it was or was not true. So it's a slippery slope. But it's also like sometimes can you separate the art from the artist? And if you do, are you not encouraging, but
supporting their actions?
This? Yeah. If you buy a CD, and are you? Or whatever it is, are you
is that contributing to whatever it is?
Yeah.
Kind of rape or pissing on girls if you're R. Kelly or whatever.
Allegedly.
But I love Fiesta. Next card.
It's a slippery slope. Go ahead, next card, please. Yeah.
We hit a hard.
I'm glad I got the cards because this is the only thing saving our asses. Which words or phrases do you use most, or do you most overuse?
Dude, rad.
You say, you don't say rat a lot. Probably dude.
I do this a lot.
Dude, you do that?
I do this all the time.
Lame.
Yeah. Like, are you good? Like, if I'm eating at a restaurant,
good?
they'll be like, "Are you good?" I'll be like, "Nah."
Because he doesn't want to talk. Fat guy.
This.
I call my girlfriend dude. She fucking hates it.
When I'm not doing a
Dude.
show, I say
Speaking of your
bro way too
girlfriend,
much.
dude.
Like I don't say bro a lot on the show, but when I'm talking to people,
I say bro a
around me.
lot. I say bro like, dude, this is
Oh,
amazing.
bro.
It smells amazing.
bro.
Anyway, yeah, I'd probably say bro a lot.
Cowbunga, don't have a cow, man.
Yeah, you know, all this stuff.
Are we Ninja Turtles down there or
eat
something?
my
What the shit?
shorts.
Big shorts.
No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure on the show I say things ad nauseum and don't even realize.
I end up saying a lot that I like long walks on the beach.
My favorite one that I get into is like when someone's trying to like bullshit me. I say, don't put ketchup on a cracker and tell me it's Pizza Friday, and people fucking hate that.
What the fuck?
I don't even know what that means. That's crazy.
I don't know what it
I love
means
it.
either.
Okay.
It means don't lie to me.
All right, say that. Say it again.
Don't put ketchup on a cracker and tell me it's Pizza Friday.
Oh, I get. Yeah, it's basically giving you bullshit.
Clearly Tuesday.
It's false hopes and bullshit. Yes, Patricio.
I realized my phrase that I use all the time, and I don't know if it's annoying or funny. Jesus tap dancing Christ.
I have heard him say that before.
That's funny.
It's not overused. It's not. I think he uses it just enough. He peppers it in. Because every time I hear it, I'm not like, oh, that again. I'm like, oh yeah, he probably tap dance like a motherfucker.
And it's
you always follow up with that.
He was really good at stuff, dude. He was really good.
He was. All right, next
He
card.
tap dances like he carpenters. Just saying.
He nails it.
Why didn't he build the ark? I don't know. Moving on.
You know what I wish one of these apps would have when you're doing the live feed stuff is it, instead of dropping somebody out, freeze them like the ESPN shit, so you could put them like a 10-second timeout or something. I was thinking about that while we were doing the show. I'm like, that'd be funny as hell if you freeze them and then you could go onto the show and then it unfreezes 10 seconds later or something.
It goes black and white for a second. They can't do anything. It's like a little mini jail.
Yeah, that would be badass. So you have $100,000. You have to donate it or create a charity. What do you do? And what charity do you create if you create a charity?
Easy question.
Okay.
Create a charity.
All right.
Because theoretically, the charity could live on forever and ever and raise so much more money, whatever money you have to donate at that moment. I get that it's a quick turnaround on, if you donate now, maybe that's helping people today or next week or next month.
Right.
Whereas a charity is over time, but
what kind
a
of
charity could, that's a better question. I didn't say I knew what charity, just that I know charity would be a better option because it could save or help so many more people or whatever the cause was.
Right.
A lot more money could be raised in that initial startup fund.
Yeah. I started a charity a long time ago. It didn't go very far because it turned into the podcast somehow.
The charity was himself.
Yeah, well, we had this thing called Planks for Nothing where we would take skateboards and give them to kids.
When I first met Rocky.
And then it turned into shoes and pants and stuff for the homeless or whatever.
And then it turned into Kicks for Guns. And this guy's got more to do with. So can you help him out?
But that
he
was
needs
fun.
some shoes.
But there's another foundation called Get Aboard Foundation, and I think they kind of thing, and they help out
for all.
Pardon? Oh yeah.
I heard you say get aboard, and I'm like, abortions for people?
No, it's Get Aboard Foundation.
Get aboard,
like a skateboard or whatever.
Come on,
and I think they pretty much do the same thing. They help out like inner city kids, like kids in that need skateboards, shoes, whatever.
That's cool.
And then I think
cool.
Kind of
abortions.
So I would probably not start my own charity. I'd probably give to them.
I would start.
Really?
I would start my own charity for kids that who want to play a sport but don't have the funding. Like they can't buy they can't buy the football equipment to play or the hockey stuff, the gear, because it's all expensive.
It's a good one.
I kind of would want to jump on board with you on that one because I did do I don't want to say it was a nonprofit, but I did a boxing club for kids in Kissimmee when I lived in BVL. And at one point, I had about maybe 30 kids who would come after school to the park, and we would work out for like 3-4 hours. And we set up a couple exhibition matches, and these kids were great. Then I left Kissimmee.
Yeah, there are some of them that are super motivated and they really want to be doing that, but sometimes they don't have the money to pay the fee for the league or
uniforms and shit.
Yeah, the thing was, like, I had equipment from beforehand, and I dove into like my savings to get a couple of gloves, a couple of jump ropes, and we would have a great time. Like, and these kids were doing pretty good, and actually, I still stay in contact with a lot of them. So I would basically take that 100 grand and restart my boxing crew.
Nice. That's cool. That's really admirable. Also, do you have any of those kids' contacts for Chris D'Elia? asking for a comic. Asking for a comic.
Damn.
I'm trying to think. Like, my first thought would be I don't know what kind of charity it'd be, but I've always wanted to do something where it was a place where kids could go to figure out what the hell they want to do in life.
Where a kid could be a kid.
Yeah. Well, like
their house went bankrupt. Hopefully, it's doing better than that.
You mean
but no, like
a vocation?
Yeah, like to help you explore different options, and because like even to this day, I still don't know what I want to do with my life. Like, you know, I had a couple ideas here and there when I was a kid, but there wasn't like nobody showed me what I could do. Because like now I've figured out like there's graphic design, there's this and that. I had the art skills, but there was nobody standing around explaining it to me like you could do this or this or this, or it could branch out into a few things. So I don't know if there's something I could create that would be like, and some kids just don't want to listen or care, so that would be a problem. But just something where it could kind of explain more. It's like, okay, if you like kind of see what they're good at, if it's a kid that's good at art, and I think that would be a lot where I would go for is just
showing you could kids, really guide somebody that way.
Yeah, where the art can go. It doesn't have to just be doing paintings or doing this or that. You could branch out. If you got the creativity, you could do a bunch of different things.
Right.
Yeah, but no asshole kids. No asshole kids, though.
No asshole kids. No.
Well, that's the thing. It's on a voluntary basis. You're not like making kids come to this. It's not a forced thing.
Yeah,
but they want to come, so they're already invested in when they walk through the door. So yeah.
By the way, when Patricio's hand came out at the out of the darkness, that looked like some like
Alien
internet. No, there was that internet movie where like everybody. It's like this. You're seeing like the chats and people talking and shit. And
it's I think it's called
Friend Me, Unfriended. Yeah, yeah, and it ends.
That's it. I don't know.
Yep, it looked just like that because it's like coming out. It's like, oh god. All right, so we're almost to the hour mark. I don't know if you guys wanted to do a 2-hour one, because if you wanted to do 2 hours, we could bring the answer the internet questions out and have a little fun with that.
That shit gets crazy.
Whatever.
Or we could keep it to just an hour. It's your guys' call. I know you guys have already taken.
If Jiraki's down and I'm down, well, let's go 2 hours. And if John can't stay, John might have to peace out through in the middle, but that's fine.
Yeah,
and
I will stay as long as I can. But literally, like, I'm getting messaged right now to meet up. So, like, until I get a definitive reliable
humble brag on your Tinder hookups.
You guys have me until this girl tells me where to go.
Okay, all right. So we will keep going. Maybe we can get at least another half hour in.
All right.
So we'll start. We'll start in the. They're a little higher end. They're not the fully safe ones. Let's see what we can get here. All right, answer the internet. Would you rather every porn you watch for the rest of your life have music or be in a foreign language?
Foreign language.
He didn't even hesitate.
Foreign language.
So there's a new genre on Pornhub that's called PMV, which is porn music video, and it sucks ass because the music plays over the sound, so you can't hear the moan, you can't hear the squishiness, and of course, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
I want the music.
Yeah, real LeVar Burton of you, but that's just my opinion.
I would do music.
Here's a bunch of kids talking about porn music videos. Just kidding. But don't take my word for it. No, I'm with Patio fully on that. Like, I don't know. I want the whole interactivity. I don't want to hear music. I can fucking play music on my phone.
Screw Coleman, screw Patricio, screw Kyle for saying foreign language.
It's becoming a different kind of porn, sir.
Yeah, me and Rocky are on the same boat. It's definitely the music all the way.
Weird. These guys are weird. They don't.
Yeah, I'd have to say I'd have to go with foreign language because there's some foreign languages that are really hot in the accents and everything. So yeah,
You just make up what they say.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you make up the words in your own head.
exactly.
I love
She's
it.
talking about me. She loves me. She really loves me, man. God damn it.
So you remember how you were saying earlier, Josh, that we were more raunchy and a little bit crazier on the last show?
Was everybody drunk?
Well, well, yeah, we were.
Good point. I'm going to the freezer. Be right back.
No, I think I found my new fetish when it comes to porn itself.
Oh shit.
So, like, I've seen myself like looking through the archives of porn to trying to find like the perfect one, because like you don't want to invest into something and then But the one thing I've noticed is like I do like the heavy chested women, and I don't like the implanted ones because they just stay too round when they bounce. But the natural ones tend to like flatten a little bit. And when the
big old naturals, I think would be.
Yeah, the big old naturals. When the big old naturals flatten, they do a little wrinkle effect around the areola.
This is
Okay.
in depth. Okay.
And I don't know why, but like I really, really, really like that.
There's
put a rated R on hour 2 of this show. Does that work?
And right on time. I'm here with the liquor.
We were about to
so I can deal with that.
We have a shot that we're about to do.
Now I know if Patricio tells me he really, really, really is into some girl, I know she has a good wrinkly areola.
No, Gina had a great.
Now I know you don't have to.
Gina had. Now that I think about it, I think that was.
I just know it. Just say really.
Yeah.
Really
that is the title of the pilot episode of Bauer with Friends or Back Talk with Friends. Back Talk with Bauer.
Back Talk with Friends this time.
Yeah, this time's Back Talk with Friends. Yeah.
Only fans.
It goes downhill. I'll go. That's the other show. You want to advertise with the Back Talk with Bauer.
I don't know if you want to be our friends. Don't claim that.
Cheers to.
Well, actually, no. She does have an OnlyFans page. So if you want to put your OnlyFans information, I mean, Bauer, would you post it up there if she put her OnlyFans link?
Oh, of course. We got to help out the working girls.
Wait, does she have an OnlyFans, or was she just making a joke?
No, she has an OnlyFans. She's got great material.
Oh,
material. Okay, it's like a comic.
Is that what we're calling it?
She's got great material. Great
material.
She rubs on herself.
I have to read the message I just got right now. I have to read it.
Is it from her?
No. This is anonymous. All right, I'll put mustache and all. If you ever tell me my areola is wrinkly, I will fucking punch you.
Oh no!
Wow.
Yep.
Why are you gonna tell him I fucking sent you that message, Patio? God damn it.
All right, here we go. There she is.
Gosh, you son of a
Only
bitch.
fans right there. We're helping out the working girls.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. You're
welcome. I think her monthly subscription is $6.66 a month.
I like it. I like it.
I want to sign up just for that, just so I can have a cool charge every month on my account when I'm grandpa scrolling my shit.
They're calling you up.
The money from my account.
Sir, is the devil taking money out of your account every month? Well, kind of.
Satan? Oh no.
The devil with tatas.
Yeah.
All right. Answer the internet. Would you rather only be able to jerk off to naked girls you know or fully clothed porn stars?
Oh, naked
girls. I know.
Yeah, naked.
I have a lot of attractive friends.
Even if
you have a lot of friends with
curiosity
fan lonely,
my interest, right? But then maybe that might ruin it. But anyway, I'm not going to get involved. But there you go.
Yeah, definitely.
We're all naked, clothed who? I don't care.
Well,
I could look at Marilyn Monroe all day. I've never seen a porn with her.
To know them, are these like good friends or just people that you know? You know,
right? Is it Rocky's girlfriend?
Oh shit!
Thank you.
Oh boy!
Oh my god!
Always naked friend girls.
Always naked friend girls.
Friend girls.
Wow.
Not girlfriends, because they're not all girlfriends.
Right.
If a girl is really your friend, though, I feel like she'll send you a nude.
I don't
Actually-
think anymore. It's getting weird anymore.
Well, no, I had an experience. I was watching, I think it's Brandon Hodges' show the other night.
Okay.
Big Red
People
Truck.
do
Is that
that?
what it's called?
Okay.
Big Red?
Big Red Truck Show.
Big red.
Yeah. And one of the girls that was sitting there, like they kept turning the camera on her, and I made I'd sent them like $5 on the Cash App thing, and then she's just randomly her friend said, if you send $5 more, I'll send you her tits.
Well,
Whoa.
Like cut off,
I'm like
in a box. Oh wait, a picture. A picture. Got it.
Like Picasso's ear, but fucking
Yeah, you would think tits would be a little bit more
Kelly's
expensive.
tits or whatever it was. Yeah.
I mean, at least a little. You like machete them off.
Yeah.
You saw them off. Oh, guillotine with a little.
Hitting guillotine, that's the worst.
Oy.
You go one at a time or two? I don't
Oh.
understand how you. I don't know.
And two, you make a little special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two,
Put some separation in between.
It is horrible.
Wow.
Oh no. You
And
better-
the internet didn't even ask us that. We just answered
For real.
on our own.
Oh shit.
send that with the bubble wrap.
Are there any good questions in the comments? I can't read them. I'm a
No, there's
myself,
no questions.
Way over there.
Our whole
Thanks for the
four,
hard questions, guys.
just
our
links
whole
to
four
porn.
people watching.
Yeah, links to porn.
The porn.
Rosebud
And
666.
Oh, the internet. Would you rather A, never get oral sex ever again, B, get
B.
only oral sex for the rest of your life?
Never get oral sex ever again. Because I'm not a fan of head.
Oh, that's right. Patricio's been over this before. I think I'm on that same page with Patricio, but I still am a fan of it. I just think I prefer the other if I have to choose.
Yeah, the other's more fun.
Right.
The others, yeah.
Right. For my taste.
Yeah, A. I'm never having oral again.
Well, no, it's like for me, oral is like the onion ring you get in your French fries at Burger King. Like,
Oh,
okay,
frings.
this is
Gotcha.
a nice surprise.
Frings. We'll call blowjobs frings.
Yeah. Exactly. So here's my situation. I just got confirmation, so I will have to leave you guys. And
All
thank
right,
you,
you gotta
Josh.
go
Thank
get
you so
some-
much for having me on your
getting some frings.
pilot.
Getting some frings.
Of course. Thank you for popping in, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
And funny to informing with
With those guys.
with What the Fuss. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right, thanks.
Going
Take it easy, man.
Later.
Down the onion ring and the fries.
Oh,
Well, that was
God.
an abrupt ending.
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta back up.
That's
And
See,
then-
now it messes up the whole, like, yeah.
Dynamic.
Can you put us top to bottom?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Can you?
Ooh,
No.
screen.
No.
What about that? Oh,
We can do
better.
this. There we go. So you're actually
do
seeing.
that.
You can do it the other way, where you're full screen and we're in the corner. It doesn't matter.
No, it's all right. You guys are more important. I'm just, the.
What about that?
Screw you, buddy.
Bye, patio.
We'll be full screen.
All right. Have you spent more time previewing porn or actually watching porn?
A lot of porn questions.
There's a lot. That's why I don't like this deck, because it is like there's
It's
a
like
lot
porn.
of
It sets you up for danger.
yeah.
I do a lot more scrolling through looking for what will-
Probably just like Netflix.
Yeah.
Same theory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much to watch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like looking for what eventually will be the grand finale.
I need the right finish.
Yeah.
All right, we need a couple of palette cleansers from those. So we got the Would You Rather deck, and I think these are a little bit better because they're not so holy shit.
Gonna
We
be-
listen.
It's gonna be horrible.
To give a quick shout out and also tie it into our conversation, we had a similar email like this on the What's the Fuss we just recorded before this. It
Oh,
was
okay.
not a Would you rather? It was a marry, fuck, kill, and I think we did a marry, fornicate, kill, or whatever on the CyberCon.
Yes.
But we're here now, so it was a marry, fuck, kill, and it was an email from a listener, and it was marry, fuck, kill.
Trump, Biden, Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie, Trump, or
Oh shit.
we all went through and had to answer that question. So we're ready for your would you rather's, bro.
No, this,
Okay.
This one's gonna be like, would you rather behead a squirrel or
I think it's with porn. Would you rather watch porn or be in a porn?
Well, I jumped to the back to pod decks. Would you rather? So this isn't
Okay,
this isn't
All
Ask the
It's
Internet.
a little tamer, so maybe whatever.
Would you porn or would you porn? What the shit? Calm down.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Would you
it turns
rather-
out Pornhub.com makes that deck of cards.
Would you rather have no eyebrows or an extra finger?
Oh,
Neither.
I know you have to have one though, because they're both terrible.
You have to pick
Come
one.
I barely have eyebrows.
So
anyways.
go with that.
Yeah.
An extra finger's so weird. You're the extra
Yeah.
finger man.
I'd rather have an extra finger. I feel like that's like a superpower, like an extra thing.
He's
I'd
right.
rather have extra finger. You
Yeah,
put
could
one
probably pick
here,
well.
and then it can hold your phone better.
Yeah.
So you can switch between the
Oh, a
pinky
phone
and the
finger,
extra
that's
pinky.
what we're gonna evolve to anyway. You're right.
Wow.
Exactly.
Get ahead of the curve on the phone claw.
And people without eyebrows are freaky.
Oh yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
the movie Powder. I know.
Oh my god, that's such an old movie.
Cooking, and then while holding a cup of coffee with like my extra finger and my thumb, and then I could be holding like a spatula or something, and then like sip, flip,
Yeah, you have a backhand.
sip.
Yeah, you could
There
use
you go.
extra finger separately from your other 4 fingers.
Might come in
Creepy.
handy.
Creepy.
Yeah, I think I would definitely go with the finger.
Plus,
All right, this
to
was-
take it back to your creepy, weird porno questions, imagine
Oh, shit.
masturbation. Sorry. Anyway.
This one's actually pretty cool. Would you rather be able to record your thoughts or your
Ooh.
dreams while you sleep?
Dreams.
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 I would love to record my dreams because
I
they
know
are
my
freaking
thoughts. I
active
don't
as hell.
remember all my dreams, but
Right.
number of them sometimes is crazy. And I don't know about you guys. I can never recall my dreams very well.
Partially.
Sometimes I can, but sometimes
Yeah.
I wake up and I'll remember right away. You know, I'll be like, oh man, that was great. I did this and this and this. And then I go on about my day and I don't think about it. And then later I go, oh yeah, I had that weird dream. What was it? And I don't remember what the hell it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Ah.
dreams. And then I
Well-
want I'm interested in interpreting them. What the fuck do they mean? If you look it up,
Right.
nothing means what it seems. Like an ant is not an ant. A table is not a table. Your girlfriend is not your girlfriend. You know, like it's all so.
Well, I
weird.
did hear an interesting thing about dreams. I can't remember where I heard it from, and so you'll have to look it up to see if it's actually true. But your brain can't make up faces, like it just can't. So, like people in your dreams,
Okay.
they're not like
It's pulling
kind of like
from
the girlfriend,
your
not your
reality.
girlfriend. Yeah, it'll pick up faces, even just like random people. It'll pick up faces that you've seen, but it
Oh, yeah.
can't go and make up a face.
That makes sense because I'm almost always dreaming about people you know.
Right.
I actually read a study from a college not too long ago, but they're finding out with like little lights, that they can trick yourself into lucid dreaming, and
Yeah,
you
that
can
sounds
control your dreams or whatever.
Yeah. See,
I love
God,
that.
I'm super interested in that too.
Yeah.
Like that stuff
Yeah.
really interests me.
That's pretty cool.
John's indifferent. John's like, I have no dreams.
I have no dreams of inspiration.
I mean, I would love to find like the meaning of some of my dreams, but I definitely
Yeah.
don't remember almost half of them, and I don't spend
sure.
the time trying to like dive too deep into figuring out why or what
Well,
was
yeah, it's
going
too
on.
convoluted. Anytime I've tried, I've looked on like the internet. Like, I'm like, I think
It
I
just
had a dream
confuses
about a
you more.
giant ant, and I looked into it. Had nothing to do with anything that you would think the giant ant had nothing to do with being afraid of the giant ant or the big bug or anything. It was like some like psychological BS or whatever.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
for me,
I don't know. Is this real? Like, I don't know.
my biggest head scratcher was why are there random people in my dreams? Like at sometimes like it'll be people from middle school. And
Yeah,
just
right.
5 years ago, 4 years ago, I was dreaming about them in it, and
Right.
everything was normal in the dream. And then I wake up and I'm like, why did I think that was normal? Like,
Oh, because sometimes
Right.
they seem super real. Those are the ones where you go, oh, it's super realistic, versus the ones where sometimes you're like, I was flying through space and blah, it was so fantastic you knew it wasn't real. Versus sometimes they're so realistic you wake up and you go, I was just talking to Joe and Joe's been dead for 20 years or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's because it's from your memory.
sometimes you're almost like in the middle of the dream. How did I not know that I was dreaming? Like I should have.
Yeah,
knew
you think
the
back on
second-
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like an idiot.
Because it's not your conscious brain.
What about you, Josh? You were about to say something in the beginning of this. What were you going to say?
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Now, I would like to record the dreams because I have a lot of like deja vu shit where like
Deja vu.
I dream it and then it actually happens. But there's a lot of times where I have dreamt it over and over, or like I've experienced it so much that like when it actually does happen, it takes me a minute to go. I have to like check a few times. And kind of like there's been times where I've looked at whoever I'm with. I'm like, this is real now, right?
Yeah,
I try not to do it often because it freaks people out.
Yeah, because people are like, "What's wrong with this guy?"
But I can like I'll have it like a good few minutes where I'll hear a conversation and I know what's coming up next in the conversation.
That's weird.
Because I have dreamed that so many times. So to have like recordings of it and go, okay, I dreamed at it at this time, like that would be nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think some of it is maybe like situational. Like, you know, your brain subconsciously, you already kind of know how someone's personality is going to be in any given situation because you know that person well enough. And then, yeah, if they say something that you already know that they were probably going to say already, is because you've known them so well for so long. And then it actually, like a deja vu type of situation, it actually does happen. And you're like, oh, I knew you were going to say that. Like, you know, this guy Coleman here, he jinxes me all the time on stuff I'm gonna say, or sometimes my physical reactions, and he calls it or jinxes it. Or
Yeah, but I don't feel like that's so intuitive. I feel like that's more of a throwing back to what we were talking about earlier with the overused phrases or something. I'm just like basing it on my history with recording with this guy. And I'm like, he's gonna say this, and sometimes I hit the nail on the head. Sometimes I don't. And I look like an idiot, but mark that down with all the other times I look like an idiot.
All right, ready for the next question?
No.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Would you rather spend the night in a dumpster or a porta potty?
Dumpster. I don't have to think about it.
I don't know.
Porta potty.
At least you'd be alone in the porta potty.
And porta potty's cozy.
You could lock the door. I mean, if you're going to get on details here, guys, but
it would depend.
Like, that aren't bothered between the hours of blah and blah.
You can stretch out in a dumpster.
You can.
Well,
lay some cardboard out. I'm sure there's plenty of it in there.
I have smelled some dumpsters that I could not handle. It would really depend on where the dumpster is, because, oh my God, I have smelled some terrible ones. It's a sushi
restaurant. I'm not in that one. You're right.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, for me, there's dumpsters that I couldn't handle, and there's never been a porta potty that has been so unbearable. But there has been dumpsters that have been that bad.
John ain't porta potty he didn't like.
Just call me the John.
John of John.
Yeah, I've even been at like the end of a birthday or a concert like that, outdoor concert, and you can still kind of deal with a porta potty. But I've been next to a dumpster for 5 seconds and just like, oh God.
No, other way for me. Other way for me. The shit bakes in the sun too.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh,
that is true.
This is a weird question. This is a weird. Would you rather?
No. Yeah, the other ones were weird.
Yeah, this is the first weird question. Cool. Let's
have one. I don't know. This one's a little dark for the pod decks. Would you rather work with dead people in a mortuary, or work in the busiest ER trauma unit in the world?
Dead people.
Dead people mortuary.
Yeah, there's less blood in a dead people.
Less stress too. Like you're not.
Yeah, they're already dead, so you don't have to worry about saving them,
bro. And I'm on a much laxer time schedule.
Yeah,
just get that formaldehyde in them, and they got time.
You know, they're all dead.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a people person.
Now, if one gets up, then you have something to worry about.
You're right.
That's true.
Fucking young Frankenstein all over again.
Oh shit!
John's gonna hit that liquor.
Would you rather be handcuffed to the most annoying person you know for 24 hours, or go camping with someone who likes you but you don't like back?
Camping.
I feel like I've done, maybe not camping, but I've hung out with, I think, people that maybe liked me that I didn't like back.
Yeah.
And like a girl, or like just a person, a friend.
Well, both of them are kind of the same, because you're with someone you don't like, or you're with someone you don't like. So at least with the other one, you're camping.
Good point.
And you're not handcuffed.
There's no s'mores at the handcuff party.
Yeah. I don't know that.
Maybe there is. If that's
you haven't been to our handcuff party.
No,
sir.
You're right. I don't know how you and Bunny roll.
Exactly.
I called her out by name.
The bunny.
He had this evil laugh too. He said,
"Yeah, I hate you for saying that."
My
Our handcuffs are fuzzy, so no one gets hurt.
That's the only way to roll, sir.
Fair Villa.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go. So we're back to the what the heck deck. Have you ever had anything waxed? If so, what?
No.
Waxed?
Nothing waxed.
Waxed.
Oh.
I've
Did
only
I?
done the duct tape on the leg, and your friend rips it off.
I think somebody
Oh.
waxed a piece. I think somebody waxed. Salute to Rocky. He sneezed and had to take off. I think I saw somebody like waxed my arm, my forearm or something before, like a small piece and ripped it off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had wax ripped off of me somewhere in the past. Possibly my whole entire head. I don't know. But yeah, I've been waxed at some point somewhere. If even one strip, whatever, it's been done.
I've never been waxed. No.
Jinx.
See? God knows, fucking deja vu.
I'm in your dreams, Josh.
Shit.
And you're sexy in them, sir.
Go.
Oh man.
It's in my
What
bag.
time is
No, you can't use that one. No. John, come take over. I gotta plug in the laptop.
Okay.
You good?
Oh.
Takes no
Yeah, we
time
got
at
right
all.
before we started. We got a few of these masks that came in.
Nice.
Yeah, some really cool ones.
They're great masks. They're custom made from Rocky.
Oh, very nice.
Rocky's girl makes them.
Oh, very cool.
And she gave me patterns to pick out. I got to pick out what I liked. I picked the tie-dye,
Yeah.
and then she sent
There you
along
go.
with this. And she made them custom because I have a big head. So she made it extra wide because the other mask I had was pulling my ears out, and I looked like fucking Elmer Fudd or some shit. And so
What's
she
up,
made this
Anthony
extra
Smith?
wide, and I'm not going to bullshit. It smells amazing inside. I don't know what my breath smells like because this smells like Febreze when I breathe. It's great.
Nice.
Unless my breath smells like Febreze, which I'm sure it doesn't.
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, does it count? The last thing I ate was Febreze.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Gargling that
Makes
Febreze
sense,
again.
dummies. You guys don't know.
That's what they
You guys know.
say. You drink a little bit of bleach and you really clean up what's going
Trump.
on in your throat.
Boom. We're plugged in. We got all the time in the world.
Hey, Josh, I was wondering, how often are you going to be doing these?
So the back talk with friends, I'd like to do once a month and mix up the people that I bring in. I did the shout out to see who would all be interested, and I got like at least a dozen different people wanting to be
I
a
know
part
we
of
jumped
it.
right on it, right? I saw you.
Oh yeah.
I spoke for Rocky because I remember the CyberCon, and I was like, I don't think Rocky will mind if I say he's down to do it.
I'm in.
Well, and that's why I wanted to bring you guys on, because I knew the first episode would be a little rough. I knew we could do a good job even if it was rough. I got to play with Ecamm Live a little bit more, because if I can't do these multiple things, I'm not paying for 2 different live streaming things.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That'd be silly.
So there's another one that Patricio and his crew were using, which was Yard Stream. So I'm thinking about giving that a try, because I believe that one's free. Because I really like Ecamm for the one-on-one stuff, because I can just control a lot more and move stuff to my liking a bit more.
Right.
So and then like it automatically saves and records the episode and drops it right into my computer, so I don't have to wait an hour for that to happen. So I'd rather use that. But yeah, I think I'm going to do this once a month. I want to mix up the people. I've already been thinking about next month. I know there's actually Thomas Rochester. I want to bring him on if I can. My buddy Michael Grady from California, who's doing his own podcast, and a musician, because I think those two would really gel well together. And then I got to figure out a fourth person to bring on.
No, yeah, and I'm glad it's kind of starting to come together, especially with the idea, because it's really all trial and error. That's the only way to figure it out, is to go through it. Have an issue or two if you have any, which we did, when we first started this. But now, for the last hour and a half, we've been able to have a good time and rein it in and figure out what was going on. So now
I think I have to bump up the internet or something too, because I know I've had issues even on Be Live. I've had issues here and there, and even like uploading some like an hour-long thing to YouTube, it takes like all night.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know what? We've been having the same issue.
We had that issue with CyberCon.
Yeah.
We missed our whole segment with CyberCon.
Right.
We recorded an hour of content. We recorded an hour and a half of content, and it took us, John had no idea. It was our first time John doing any video editing. So he had to sync the video to the audio. And my mom's in the chat now. Mom, you know what? DC hooked me up with 2. I got you. But they're very big, so they're going to swallow your face. But anyway.
It's a face hugger. It's like the alien thing.
Yeah. But what were we talking about?
I don't know. You
lost track.
Well,
what's up, Anthony?
Yeah, the technical difficulties, figuring it out, trial and error.
Oh yeah, all that.
All that stuff.
I'm stoked on the show, man. I'm gonna follow it, and I'm curious to see what where this goes, because I like it a lot. I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Yeah, I started realizing, because getting into when we were getting into lockdown on stuff, I had to start creating something. I couldn't sell paintings before all this COVID shit. So now, and the main excuse was people didn't have money. So now we're, 2-3 months into COVID. Nobody's going to have money. Even less money.
People have been out of work.
They're going to be negative money.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I created the first podcast, was to be able to, and at the very least, be able to give me something to entertain and work the creative bug out, and then talk to friends. Because, it's not like we're going out and hanging out right now. So it's nice to be able to hop on and chat with someone. And then as I was getting this together, I'm like, I really like the super show that we did for CyberCon. It was fun. I laughed my ass off. We were so hyped up and things were going crazy that I'm like, we should do that more often. And I really felt like there should be something where it's 4 different groups of creators, individuals, podcasts, whatever they are, to do the an hour to 2 hour show. So we're getting into each other's feeds. I don't think there's enough of that, because even if you go and like, I share funny to informing or what's the fuss, they're not actually seeing you and getting right into it. So now it's, you're on my feed, so then you're going to be on my YouTube channel, and then hopefully it builds and builds, and we're all cross promoting each other even more. Because right now, we can't go out to even conventions and things like that to promote stuff. So I had to figure out something. So, and then it worked out perfectly, because I was trying to figure out the name. I almost went with like creative something or other, or I even almost I was going to bring back an old podcast name that I did, the Creative Hangout. And then I'm like, why don't I just call it Back Talk with Friends? So it's basically, they're the same thing, but you could tell they're 2 different shows.
Yeah, it's a good name. And also this is a great way of cross promoting. Because often when you're doing just audio, that podcast may not come out for a week. I've been on shows that they didn't even promote it, that I didn't even promote it for one reason or another. This is a much better way to just you share it to the page. Everybody can see it. Cool. You're in.
It's live.
Right,
it's happening now.
But it also exists later too. I said, and if you wanted to do it like John and I, or Rocky has the podcast, I'm sure there's a place we could grab the audio files and then use that as an upload for a podcast as well.
Oh yeah, I can even send it to you guys if you want, whatever you want to do. But what I do is I'm going to take, just like my normal podcast, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to edit it a little bit, add the beginning and the ending, and then so this is what's that?
Because you know what, a lot worse could have happened with us trying something new, with maybe trying to get onto Skype instead of Be Live, and just trying a bunch of different things and trying to get it up as quickly as possible to be able to go live and hang out with each other and have a good time with the questions and stuff like that. It's it could have been a lot worse. It really could have.
Oh yeah. Well, and what I'm going to do with this one is, because I have all of the Back Talk with Bauer episodes go to the Hanging with Web Show YouTube channel. I'm like on their TV network basically. So what I want to do with Back Talk with Friends is put it onto my my YouTube channel. So I'm still bringing up my YouTube channel a bit and building that up a little bit, and then I'll even see if I can add these shows over into the list of Hanging with Web Shows. So now we're getting a bunch of different people, and then we'll have the audio stuff down too. So that will come out later.
I do miss the pop-up not coming in here. Finger at us.
But we're more free. So that's good too.
Yeah, and I talked to Garrett afterwards, after we were all done, and he goes, "You can really do whatever you want." I'm like, "I know, but there's still that.
It's
You
right.
guys are a little
There's
bit
that
more on
oversight.
the
It's his
PG
deal. You
side."
don't wanna you don't wanna shit on it, you know?
Yeah, and I kind of go free with. I'm waiting for one time to get yelled at for what I post, because I let the F word fly on Back Talk with Bauer, but I don't want to. I don't
Well,
like
who's gonna yell
censoring
at you about
myself.
that though? Who's gonna yell? You're
Well,
your own boss.
technically, I put it on to Hanging with YouTube channel,
Okay.
but
Oh, okay. Yeah, the YouTube version. Yeah.
yeah, I can. But they said I can kind of get away with whatever I want, and they don't want to censor shows, and I don't want to censor
Right.
myself for my guests because I've been on shows that are censored, and it's hard. It's hard to go back
At
and
certain
forth and
points, it
cause.
feels forced, right? Yeah.
But at the same
Yeah,
time,
You're
you don't-
grasping at your words. Yeah.
But you don't want every other word to be saturated with, fuck, shit, piss, fuck.
No, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you've done a good job here tonight, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, John just said that.
Right.
Well,
John ruined
Yeah.
it for the entire
John ruined
broadcast,
it.
but
We
to
can't
that
even.
point-
Yeah.
My diatribe.
Ah, motherfucker.
I would have a little stint right there. but
Yeah, right, that's
it's
fine.
over.
It was, George Carlin. That was his impression.
Yeah.
The 7 words you can't say
I was
on
gonna
Garrett's
where's the
podcast.
But yeah, I definitely want to do this more often. I want to bring in more. I wish we could do, and there may even be one. I've seen some people do 6 screens at one time, which may be total chaos.
That might be
It's possible.
that might be a whole plate full of chaos. Make sure you have Patricio on that episode.
Of
But,
course, of course.
But seriously, yeah, that I don't know. As long as everybody like agrees, maybe like earlier Patricio was being funny, but I think it kind of worked when he raised his hand. Maybe
Yeah.
there's something like that, and aside from maybe some loose areas where everybody can just kind of talk for a second, you have it.
Everybody has a
Figure it
talking
out.
stick. And then if you hold your talking stick, it means you want to say something, and then everybody else has to put theirs down.
The thing with those is somebody has to lead the way. Like the host, Josh, you would have to
Right.
be like, okay, shut up. Now, Rocky, it's your turn. Okay, shut
Yeah.
up. Now, Joe, it's your turn. Like on and on and on to the next
You
person.
shut up.
Okay. It's now your turn.
Well, and I have to get.
He has
and that's
nothing. That's
kinda-
why I put it on him. I knew it.
That's why I've been trying to do these, more and more of these, and it worked with doing Hanging with Web Show because I was co-hosting with their stuff for like a year or so,
Right.
and it got me used to when to talk, when not to talk, and getting better and better with the hosting thing, and it's taken a lot of and always keeping the flow of conversation too. That's been interesting to try to learn with every guest that I have, because some people are really chatty, some people aren't so much. Luckily, everybody I've had so far, I've pretty much known, so I know how to have a conversation
Okay.
with. I've only had, I think, one person that I haven't known personally, but
Okay.
that was Thomas, and he and I just went back and forth.
Oh yeah,
we've
you
known
guys
each other
have
for
like
years.
minded interests and stuff, and you guys know each other from a little bit from that. You just did
Yeah.
very well.
So that was super easy, but like the first episode I do in July, I'm bringing on a musician that I don't even know. Like we've met each other on Instagram, and I think he found me through Tom and Dan.
Okay.
But he wanted to do the Back Talk with Friends stuff. I'm like, how about we do one with just you and I, so we can kind of get to know each other first. And he's a musician, so that would be cool to chat with.
Right.
And then we can see how he comes in for the other.
What's
stuff.
his name?
That's a good question.
Sorry.
Hold
Sorry
on.
to put you on the spot.
Boy. He said, "What is it?"
My phone's right here. My phone.
No, I was
where
just
is it?
curious to see if it was a name I knew. But
There is like a thrill to it when you're not exactly sure of somebody else's craft or what they do, or you never met them or talked to them in person, and then you had that spontaneous.
you have to interview them. Yeah.
There's a thrill to it, dude, because we've done it a few different times,
Yep.
and it's so
Right.
fun. It
I
really
will
is.
say
For me,
this. I will say this. It's harder with a guest that wants to talk too much. It's harder to tell someone politely to like shut up or move the conversation onto another topic when that's what needs to happen than it is to maybe try to drag things out of people. I don't know. Sometimes dragging stuff out of people is a pain too, but I don't know. We've had people where it's like, wow, like we got done and we're like, I wish I could have been told that guy reeled it in a little more, because they just diarrhea.
Yeah, because you didn't get.
But then
to a
sometimes
certain
they don't say
conversation.
enough, and you want more. But I feel like you can always ask questions. It's always easier to ask more questions than it is to be like, okay, that's enough. On to
Oh,
the
for
next
sure.
topic, right? So
Yeah. So hi, Mike Arnott. Arnott?
never
That
heard of
sound
him.
right?
No,
So, Mike,
Micronaut.
Micronaut.
Yeah.
That's our buddy.
Very cool.
Good to see you, sir. And then the person I was talking about was Joey Mazant.
hi.
I know that name. I don't know.
I thought I know that name too, but I can't. Somebody had to talk to it about him or something.
I don't know. It sounds familiar. I think it's a Facebook. It's one of those Facebook names I know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and even for people who don't, like all the more reason to check it out when you do talk to them.
Oh, for sure. And that's the fun thing I've been doing too is I've been trying to mix up who I have. So like this past week I had Christian Basil from with traveling or the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. So it's like Doctor Who in the
Doctor Who.
convention world. And then this Tuesday I'm actually having Eric Pabone.
Oh, the artist, the BDM group. I see his stuff all over Instagram. That guy's really good, man.
Yeah, so
does
he and
awesome
I
stuff.
oh, he's amazing, man. So he and I got to chat, got to work next to each other during the Tom and Dan foot golf tournament after party.
Okay, he was there. I had no idea.
Yeah, he was right next to me, and we got to chat and get to know each other. And I asked him if he wanted to be on because he'll be my first actual artist to come on the show. So that'll be nice to talk to another
You guys
artist.
can have an art off.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's better at the end?
He is better.
Loser, seppuku, knife to the gut. There can only be one Highlander artist of Tom and Dan.
There you go. There you go. And then
but it's tough because you guys got there's other talent in that Tom and Dan group too, doing art stuff too.
Oh yeah. And then I'm interviewing a Kingdom of Comics, a comic book shop at the end of the month. So I'm trying to keep it really cool and mixed up and everything. So
yeah, no, I like the different, I like the variety. Variety's good.
Yeah. And I will make sure to have each of you guys on too, because I want to have Funny to Informing. I want to have What's the Fuss to do one-on-ones because I love learning. My thing is I love learning about how the shows are created and all that things. And of course, you guys have had me on, so I want to return the favor.
That actually just popped up on my Facebook memories.
That was a year ago this week. That's right.
We interviewed.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, my, how the tables have turned, sir.
Yeah. Oh man. So I think we've done enough damage for one night. What do you guys think?
Yeah, my liver's hitting me.
I was about to wrap up and say that I had to cut out of here anyway. So really good timing. Yeah.
Perfect.
We're one, John. We're one. From
John.
Grinder, he's got to go.
All right, so let's plug your shows, guys.
I
gotta go. So let's plug your show, guys. Let's go with Rocky first.
What's the Fuss? It's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, pretty much. And we just started up putting up all the shows on YouTube. So look up What's the Fuss podcast on YouTube, or basically anywhere you get a podcast. And he's my producer, and he's my, I don't know, second, third mic, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's every Saturday. It's a lot of fun, and it's a lot different from Funny to Informing because it's kind of tangenty, where they have they actually have like a beginning, middle, and end of their show.
Yeah, we
try to structure things a bit. Rocky structures much more loosely, which is I love. That's why I like being a third mic.
He's got loose structure.
Yeah. What's the Fuss is a controlled chaos where Funny to Informing is focusing on the jokes first with bits of information and personal stories and stuff from the news and sometimes interviews.
Boom, it rhymes.
But
we figured it out. Finally,
we've done like 8 videos of What's the Fuss on YouTube now. So there's the
we do the video aspect with What's the Fuss.
Yeah, the past few episodes have been on there, and then with Funny to Informing, we're only still doing the podcast, and we haven't done interviews in a while, but we've been really stepping our game up, and
we're trying to find our voice. I think just figure it out. We got our segmentation kind of down, and
Well, you got Tuttle working with you guys now, correct?
And we got the weekly segment with Tuttle. Yeah, just trying to grow, man. Just trying to grow and get bigger and spread the audience. That's kind of one reason we like doing this kind of stuff, because we talk to people that already know us, but maybe some new people, like that early girl. Maybe she watches our show.
Yeah.
Or listens to our show.
A day that I could get to working and doing something I enjoy while getting income out of it. That's the dream. Forget what I said about testing video games. That's the dream.
This is the new dream. How can we squish this dream real quick?
No, let's not shit on that because we're all in the same game. So let's.
Oh
not
shit!
on
Okay,
that,
okay,
because
okay,
that's my
okay.
hope too.
You can do it, John. We
Yeah,
believe in you.
All right,
Josh, thank you for having us, man.
Yeah.
Of course, guys. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being the guinea pigs. I'm sorry for the mess at the beginning, but thank you for staying strong. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this show, please check out Back Talk with Bauer. That's my main show. I do interviews with random people, chat about random things. My wife is actually interested in doing. We're going to do a show, one episode together. We're going to do some podcast stuff. Yeah, so we're going to have a fun night doing the show sometime in July. So please go to all the shows that were mentioned. Back Talk with Bauer, Funny to Informing, What's the Fuss, and With a Side of Chaos. Go like, subscribe, share, all the good. What? Did I mess it up?
No, I was shitting on Patricio. You're fine. God, I didn't mean this going.
No, you're good. So please go like, share, comment, all that good stuff. I believe everybody's on all the podcast apps, so you can find all of us. Just type in the names, and you should be able to find. And the subscriptions and the downloads matter because we get to take that info, show that to potential sponsors and people that want to work with. So, hit the download button, hit the subscribe button, support my friends because they support me. So thank you guys. We will catch you guys next time. Have a great night. Later.
Love you, Josh.